All right, so if you're watching this video, you probably already seen the My Career / City trailer for 2K22, so you're probably not here for that. You're probably here for my opinion because that's what I'm going to do today in this video is my opinion as well as talk about what's in courtside report for the whole city. And after that, I'm going to talk about the current gen version of the game with, the whole cruise ship and everything like that, and talk about what was in the, the courtside report version for that as well. So if you want to see my take, stick around. But before the video continues, I'm going to say right now, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below, and turn on your post notifications to say you don't miss a video in the future, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, with that being said, let's get into it. Okay, now I'm gonna tell y'all, I already watched this trailer, but we're gonna look at it again because I don't understand what we got in this trailer really. Like, we didn't get much from it. Like, there was no point in showing us this trailer because you see on screen right now what we get. New courts, as they just showed, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. New mall, we already knew about that as well. Right here, they're showing us that we get more NPCs, which we already knew about as well, you know what I'm saying? So why they show us this? More bikes. They love showing bikes for whatever reason. Chris Brickley gonna return because he was in, the past 2Ks and all that stuff, so that's cool as well. But other than that, like, what we really get? I don't understand why they, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand this. Look, more My Career stuff. We already seen My Career from the 21 trailer from, current gen. Here go the penthouse. Okay, this was their chance to capitalize and show us more about the penthouse, which they did not do. Went back to My Career. Like, 2K, what are y'all doing with this trailer, dog? This trailer is stupid. All right here they're showing us quests, showing us what it look like in real time, you know what I'm saying? So that's cool. That's a half a W. I can't even say it's a whole W because it's so quick. It went fast. Like, look at how fast it went away. Come on now, like, I gotta pause this on screen so y'all can see what they said. Why would they show us this text just for it to cut away to the next scene so fast? That makes no sense. Why would they even include the text on screen? I don't understand that. Nobody reads that fast, okay? Like, it says meet with you, okay, just showing us the objectives, whatever, so that's cool, like I said, but it's going by too fast and they didn't show us enough of it. And then right here we get a more detailed view of the whole map itself. And of course you can see they made it a little bit smaller now. People was complaining about how big the map was except on 21 nation, so that's why they made it smaller in 22 nation, I'm guessing. Also, there's not as much wasted space behind buildings and all that stuff like it was in 21 nation, because in 21 nation there was a lot of wasted space and a lot of empty buildings behind buildings and all that stuff that you couldn't even use or go into, so it seems a lot better now. And look, as I pause it right here, you can see more NPCs again, which, emphasizes what I said about, how there's going to be more NPCs in the game and how it's going to be like GTA, because I made a video not so long ago talking about how NBA 2K22 City is going to be like GTA, and a lot of y'all was making jokes talking about, oh, you're going to be able to shoot people in the city and all that stuff and take their cars and all that stuff, and oh, you're going to be able to rob people with your basketball. I wasn't saying that. I was saying it's going to be more like GTA in terms of like you feeling like you're a tourist in the city instead of the city revolving around you, because in GTA they do a good job of making it feel like you're a tourist in the city. That's all I was saying, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about here as I pause this video. Like, the city feels more alive. That's a better example. The city feels more alive this time around like it does in GTA, so that's all I was saying. But anyway, let's keep going. All right, more on quests, cool. Showing you a little cutscene, a little race of the week. Now with this whole race of the week thing, they said you're gonna get 1 million VC if you win, which is actually a W. I ain't gonna lie to y'all because that's free VC. Also, the companies that actually are involved in this can make revenue as well from this, so I like that a lot. That's the only W I can give. One of the only W's. There's not many W's I can give in the trailer itself, you know what I'm saying? But that's one of the only ones, one of like 3. Your rap career is better now. You see on screen right now, you can rap. That head ain't, that head ain't it, but I mean, you can rap now. Again, they're not showing us real-time gameplay of you rapping or nothing to like, real time, unless there is none. I don't know. Maybe it's just a cutscene. But I was expecting like, you'd be able to like go into the studio itself and like push a button to like you know what I'm saying? Like this, them show us in real time you going into the studio and interacting with your, people that you rap with and all that stuff, but they didn't show us that. Like, most of what this trailer did was show us what we already knew. It didn't really emphasize much of anything at all. Like, hardly anything at all so far what I can see from this trailer. Like, it did not do anything to show us something new. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just didn't do much. Okay, here at 5v5 course today, I guess they're returning now, so that's cool. But again, what more do we really see? Okay, Kendrick Perkins is a part of My Career. You see what I'm saying? Like, they ain't giving us nothing really, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna wrap it up like this. For the 2K22 next gen My Career / City little trailer or whatever, all we can really get from this is number 1, we're getting the G League back, which I guess that's a W, a little lowercase W. Number 2, we see what the courts look like in terms of their layout and all that stuff with the affiliations. That's a little lowercase W as well, because they look better than they did in 21 next gen. But beyond that in this trailer, what else is a W? Oh, like for example, they didn't show us the new go-karts, because now we got go-karts, you know what I'm saying? We didn't get to see what the go-karts look like in real time. We didn't get to see, you know what I'm saying, more of the, quest system. They just showed us what we already knew. I don't understand what 2K is doing. I don't know why they put out this trailer other than to say, hey y'all want to see this? This is what the city actually looks like. Matter of fact, they didn't even show us the city in real time really. They just showed us like little cutaways. We don't know what the city look like still, you know what I'm saying, from a close-up view. Like, we don't know what each alleyway looks like, each road, none of that. Like, they could give us at least a city tour, you know what I'm saying, but they didn't even do that. So that's it for this little trailer. All right, now going on to the courtside report for NBA 2K22 City and, My Career and all that stuff. It says, meet My Player. Each year, My Career allows you to take control of a unique My Player's journey to the NBA and beyond. I don't feel like reading all this because, it's too much to read. Basically, to sum this up, your My Player, aka MP, is best friends with a business manager named Ricky Bennett. and y'all go about trying to get deals and all that stuff, and you know, the whole shebang, the whole nine and all that stuff. I'm just gonna skip to the important parts. All right, now to the important part. It says it's a much more linear and much more open experience, allowing you to build draft stock through pickup games, college, the G League, training sessions, interviews, and more. The story hasn't left my career. In fact, it's becoming more immersive than ever, allowing you, the player, to dictate the terms. There are many paths you can take to the NBA and many side hustles you can pursue once you get there, but it's up to you and your friend Ricky Bennett to find the path that's right for you. All right, so basically the last part of this is all you really need to read, you know what I'm saying? Because it just sums up this whole thing. Because you learn in school, you know what I'm saying? In school I learned not even to, you know, read the first little part of this little passage right here and just read the little bottom part, because the bottom part already summarizes the top. So that's why I read the bottom part only. Like, so anyway, I ain't gonna do that for all of these, but for this one right here, because this one look long. So anyway, pause. Anyway, let me stop. All right, anyway, NBA intrigue. Getting to the NBA is just the beginning of my career story. Once you make it to the league, you'll have to navigate a complex set of circumstances that we don't want to give away just yet, but they involve difficult conversations with coaches, GMs, agents, and the press. And you will find yourself right in the thick of the behind the scenes drama. I don't know why they worded it like that. The NBA fans love that makes up such a huge part of the NBA fan experience. The choices you make in the NBA for your first season will be hard, and each will have its own set of pros and cons. Interesting. I don't know why I'm reading it like this. These choices allow you to pursue the career and personal brand that's right for you, making them feel much more in control of your my career than ever before, as you live in the consequences of how you choose to chase NBA glory. What the world? How's it consequences? Whatever. Anyway, that's good for all of that. Moving on, characters. The sheer number of characters that you interact with is more that you already know about that. I ain't reading all that. Quest system, as we touched on earlier, this new structure exists with the help of our all-new quest system, which players of open world RPGs will be familiar with. The type of vibe that we're giving. Okay, so they're basically saying it's like how it was, you know, if you've already played RPGs in the past. So that's all they're really saying. Go down to the important part. It says you're not just taking from cutscene to cutscene. Instead, you choose who you talk to, and when triggering tons of unique interactions with interesting personalities filmed in a cinematic style. It's a lot of fun to play and allows us to add more narrative beats and story arcs than ever before, deepening the feel of living in a real, breathing world. Not only will things happen to you that's out of your control, just like in real life, but the choices you make in everything from playstyle to interview responses unlock many story arcs and rewards that tailor this experience to what's going on in your my player's career. That sounds really basic still. I don't know why they worded it like that. Like, they should have said like your my career story is more in depth now, because you can go to each story arc and the story arc changes, like in Detroit Become Human or something. You know what I'm saying? Because Detroit Become Human was a very immersive game. It should say something like that, but instead it just said this right here, which I don't know why they said it like that. Music and fashion, don't care to read all that because I don't really care. You can read that for yourself if you want to. You can pause the video right here and you know read it for yourself. Personal brand. Speaking of outside interests, as NBA star, as okay, so development. I'm just skimming through this because I don't feel like reading all of this, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So from personal brand, it's talking about this off-court stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care again. As long as it don't really affect your my career story, like in terms of like your actual the way you play on the court, which your my career games, I don't care. Or the city, I really don't care. MVP of the city. Everything you can do in the city, and we mean everything, earns you MVP points. All right, that's cool. It's like a new currency, I guess. NBA and city games, interviews, side quests, and runway walks. Yes, runway walks, among other things, all bring you one step closer to becoming MVP of the city. The ultimate goal for any 2K baller. MVPs of the city unlock a penthouse apartment, quick access to affiliation courts, and more. No matter if you're a city player, NBA enthusiast, or somewhere in between, you can become an MVP of the city just by playing the game the way you want to play it. All right, that's cool. So I'm guessing it's like a little new currency we got now, which is MVP points, because they talked about that earlier up here. So I want to see how that works out when the game comes out. But anyway, seasons. We already know about seasons already. I don't really want to read this. Y'all can read it for yourself. Pause the video if y'all want to. You read it right here on screen. So I'm gonna pause it for y'all, or y'all can pause it yourself. I don't know why I said pause it for y'all. I can't do that. Anyway, the city itself. Of course, this is the picture of the city. This is what it looks like. I'm liking this a whole lot better in terms of layout because it's more open space between courts and all that stuff. Because on 21 Next Gen, if y'all ain't had that game, if you were trying to run around, you know, and find the actual court to play on, you would bump into like little benches and stuff like that. You would bump into a lot of things, the little hut, I don't know what it's called, because you both between the little courts or whatever, you would bump into that. It was no space at all. But now there's a lot of space, so I'm liking that a lot. This looks a whole lot better in my opinion. All new city. Okay, the first thing you'll notice when, all right, I ain't gonna read all this either. It's too much to read. New locations, daily quests, seasons, more on seasons. We already know about how the race of the week, we can get more VC and all that stuff, so that's cool to know. I'm not reading all this because it's too much to read. I gotta get on the current gen anyway, so I ain't gonna read all this. Matchmaking buildings. Okay, here we go. One of our most requested features over the past few years has been matchmaking. We still love hooping on affiliation courts and holding them down, but for those who want a matchmaking experience, we've got you covered with the introduction of our 4 brand new 24/7 matchmaking modes that take place in locations throughout the city. 3v3 versus player, no squads allowed. What? 2K, what? Okay, so we get a 3v. I'm gonna just read it. Okay, want to hop out into a game without having to do. Okay, what in the world? I don't even want to read the rest of this. I already read enough. Basically, they have a mode where you can play 3v3 with no squads. As soon as I read no squads, I didn't care about reading this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why it's like that. Also, 3v3 versus AI. I don't know anybody that wants to play 3v3 versus AI, but I mean, I guess if you want to, you can. Is that squads for this as well? Or no, it don't really matter to me because who plays against AI, right? And then 3v3 player versus player, cage matches. Cage, really? And then 1v1 player versus player. I guess that's cool. Anyway, affiliations. The city wouldn't be the city without affiliations, and we're delighted to announce that they're back and better than ever. With each affiliation occupying its own unique borough in the city. We've also made a tweak to the XP system. Okay, all right. Giving you 20 times, I said 20 times, I wish it was 20 times, 20% more XP boost for playing games on your home court. 2K, thank you for finally fixing that, because that was a problem in 21 Nation. You would get less rep, a lot less rep for playing on rival affiliations. So I'm not really gonna reward them for this, because this is something they should have done from the beginning, because we don't reward what should have been done the first time around. It's like if you have, for example, if you have a daughter and she's in kindergarten and she usually gets in trouble with her classmates for taking their Legos, then you don't reward her for when she stops taking her classmates' Legos without, permission and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't reward what she should be doing already. You just tell her to keep being a good student and keep doing what she's supposed to be doing. So I'm saying it's the same thing here. It's a bad analogy, but you get what I'm saying. You don't reward what you should be already doing. So I'm not gonna really reward this, but I'm glad they actually fixed it. Anyway, events. A big part of playing in the city is events. One of the biggest events coming to season 1 in 2K22 is Chips Ahoy weekend challenges, where, okay, that's cool. You can win 1 million VC. Okay, new season. All right, this is talked about one new event coming up. Don't want to talk too much about it, I guess. That's cool. All right, Gatorade private course. Now, I already heard about this already, so what I heard from it is you no longer have to pay money to play with your friends in the Gatorade courts. That's cool, so I'm glad it's finally fixed. All right, y'all, this video is getting a little bit too long. It's already at 12 minutes, so I'm probably gonna split the videos in 2 and, have the part 2 and, the next video for current gen. So if you enjoy, leave a like. Also, subscribe if you're brand new, and yeah. So with that being said, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.